Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're doing something, well, pretty unique actually. We're diving straight into the really raw emotional side of an artist through lyrics.
Yeah, taking a close look at the words themselves.
Exactly. We've got the transcript for Save My Soul by KYD at Heart, right from their YouTube channel. And what we want to do is, unpack what's going on there. Themes of vulnerability, struggle, looking for peace, things that feel pretty universal, I think. Stuff you and I probably grapple with too.
It's fascinating, isn't it, how creative work, like a song, can just lay everything bare. It gives you this kind of intimate look into someone's head, their conflicts, how they're coping. It's like a real insight into resilience, but also fragility, all in the lyrics.
You feel it right away, that opening. I'm losing, controlling, running out of hope. It hits you. But what really grabbed me looking at these words was how hard it is to even say you need help. The artist says, I find it kind of hard to admit that I might need help to save my soul.
That's just brutally honest, right? That reluctance we have.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that sets up the next part so powerfully. This line, somewhere between holding on and let it go, even though I feel like I'm better on my own. That's not just a line in a song. That's a core human tension, isn't it?
Totally.
That push and pull. Wanting to handle it all yourself, but deep down needing, connection,
Yeah.
support. Is that fear maybe that needing help makes you less, even when it's what saves you. What do you think that better on my own means there? Is it belief or maybe a defense?
Oh, it feels like a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah, a shield, because then the lyrics start peeling back layers, showing
Right.
where this pain might come from. They mention loss, specifically healing from burying people I love. No one could be harder than that, just devastating.
Mhm.
And then there's this look back at childhood, maybe me growing up feeling alone, feeling like I don't belong in a place that I called home.
Oh, wow.
It
Yeah.
paints such a picture of deep-rooted hurt.
And if you zoom out, you can see how those feelings, not belonging, early loss, they can build this foundation of struggle later on. And here's a really interesting twist, almost an irony. The thing you chase, your dream, maybe the thing I've been dreaming and chasing, is really the reason I feel so alone.
Yeah.
That very thing becomes the source of isolation.
Instead of fulfillment, right.
Exactly. So you have, on paper, so many reasons to be happy, but the reality inside is just, I feel like shit. That kind of stark honesty, it's jarring, but it captures something so real about despair, doesn't it? When the outside doesn't match the inside.
So what do you do with all that? Where do you turn? Well, for this artist, it seems like the studio becomes that place, that refuge. They say, I hide inside my studio, pick the pen up, write down where I think it's ever getting better, never getting better.
A place to process, maybe?
Yeah, and they state it plainly. I feel home inside my office. And that they created a place to store away trauma, pretended that I could forget. It's like building a fortress, not just with walls, but psychologically.
It really highlights how these spaces, creative or otherwise, can be such powerful coping tools. They offer some sense of control, maybe, a feeling of home when everything else feels chaotic.
That makes sense.
But there's this huge contradiction running through it all, which is almost heartbreaking. You get this incredible strength, like, I never let a hard time face me, case me, break me, or hold me down. Really resilient.
Yeah.
But then, almost in the next breath, moments of total despair.
Think about throwing a towel and try these walls down and just drown.
The contrast.
Exactly. And then that line that just stops you. Feel like I'm stuck with the pain and hurt because that's what makes me me?
It really makes you question, doesn't it? Does pain become so tied to identity that letting go feels like losing yourself?
This whole exploration, just through these lyrics, it really shows the power of putting things into words, getting an unfiltered look at that internal battle. And it reminds you how often we're all kind of stuck, somewhere between holding on and letting go, trying to figure things out.
Yeah, a key thing here is seeing that journey, facing the pain, finding ways to cope, even temporarily, and still holding on to some hope that it gets better, even when you feel like there's no light in my tunnel, I can't see. It's messy, it's ongoing, and maybe that leaves you with something to think about. When does that safe place, that place to store away trauma, stop being helpful? When does it maybe become a wall, keeping you from really healing or connecting with others? Something to chew on until next time.